Good morning, everybody. Exciting things happening. Even though it's still winter time, we're gonna call this early spring because, you see that? Let's go get a closer look. Does anyone have any idea on how to move these sheds? A guy is coming to pick up the big one today, and the best grant I could come up with was this crane. I don't know if that's the right decision or not, but I guess we're gonna find out soon. I think this is gonna go very well, but I guess we'll see.
Well, you're in charge. Don't hit anything. Make sure those two buildings don't hit each other. It's like a big sled. I should have plenty of room. You're good. You're good. Perfect. These sheds are built on skids, so you can pull them around out in the pasture, in your feedlot or whatever. They're also called blow-away sheds because it's just a big sail. Oh boy. She's good. They get caught by the wind pretty easy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop, 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 stop. Woo. Woo. You scared me.
I'm looking. I can see that.
Okay, go very, very slow. That is just really, really close. You do not want to dent my doors. I'm gonna pull straight that way. We've got it coming away from the wall. Very slowly. The shed dragged up to the main yard here. Now we're going to lift the shed.
Luckily, they're only going a few miles down the road. Thought it was quite a setup. I'm
Quite the setup.
glad to be rid of that building. On to a better home.
Sold.
What's temperature, Grant?
Smells like it's not gonna start.
What? Come on.
It's 32 degrees.
32 degrees? I have faith, Grant. I think it'll start. I told ya.
Well, those new batteries are pretty good.
Yeah. Where are we taking the semi?
Okay. have the wheel bearing replaced, pinion seal replaced, and wheel seal replaced.
Sounds good. It's all you.
All right.
Next time we see this thing, it should be ready to go pick up that trailer. I don't know about you, Grant, but it feels like the planter was literally just in the shop.
I know.
And we were going
year,
like post-season maintenance and go through.
when we put the SurePoint fertilizer system on, felt like 2 weeks ago.
I know. And here we are again. So the tractor looks a little bit different. It's the same tractor that we pulled this planter with last year, but it looks different because it's got the big tires on it. Are we going to keep the tires on for planting or take them off?
Group poll. What do you guys think? Fat tires, so these big boys, which would work. My only issue is the center of the row is going to run right here. And so
we either run these tires or we put the pizza cutters back on, the duals, those skinny duals.
So it's either these two tires or it's those in the corner, which if we really want to run these tires, we need to put stock stompers, something that smashes the stocks in front of the tire to extend the life of these tires.
We put some wear on these already.
Yeah, I think this is 300 hours of wear on this tractor since we put them on there. That's grain cart. That's
disc, the deep ripper, the 7-shank deep ripper, and we haven't stumped with this, have we?
Not yet, but that's coming too.
Okay.
So anyway, that's something to consider.
What do we think?
We're gonna run those
keep
tires.
the big tires. Do we put the skinny tires back on? Eventually, even if we do run these tires for planting, we will have to take them off because we do ridge till. And so once our little corn and bean plants are coming up, we are going to be doing things with the tractor over it, and we'll need the tires to go on either side of the plant. So these will have to come off eventually, but it's just kind of a matter of when do we do that.
Moving on from the tires. The planter also needs some updating. So last year's the first year we ran this planter, and so I kind of just made it work.
We put some serious work into this. The before and after, it almost looks like a different planter. We took a ton of, I don't want to say junk, because it was stuff that the other guy that owned this planter before us used, but we essentially just like simplified each row unit and took so many wires and hoses off this bar. And a big part of why we were able to simplify it was this Surefire fertilizer system that we put on it. It really streamlined the fertilizer system and put everything into nice, neat little bundles. Before, you couldn't even see this green bar under the mess of tubes and wires and hoses. And so we definitely have a cleaner, simpler machine now, which is really nice.
Still a lot going on back here. Here's the fertilizer pump itself, the Sentinel rate controller, and all that's packed in there, which is nice, and all we have to do is put the tanks on. But another thing we found is these closing wheels don't really work out here. If it's a little bit wet, they just bunch up with mud. And when you need to plant, you need to plant. And also,
we want different ones of our row cleaners, or row sweeps, or whatever you want to call
clean sweeps.
Yeah.
Problem with these is they are screw adjust, but most of these are all worn out enough that, which one did I have to fix? I had to weld a bolt on that one, and they kind of just self-adjust. So by the end of the day, you can adjust them where you want to, but then they just adjust themselves, which is not what you want. So I'm thinking of some sort of in-cab adjustable system.
So that's another thing we're taking suggestions on. At the past couple farm shows we've been looking around, and we haven't found anything that is really just like grabbing our attention. Like, yes, that's what we want. So,
I don't want something super complicated, but I also want something that is going to work well on a ridge till situation, because the old corn stalks are going to be right there. So it's going to have to do some work.
Yeah. So that's another thing we're going to have to do. And then we'll just do, before the season obviously starts, that's where we're at right now, we'll just do a general look over of every single part. So we'll take the gauge wheels off, and then we'll take the true V's off, and we'll assess how much wear is on each of these.
Which probably shouldn't be much. We might not even have to, because I put all new true V's on last year, and most of my...
I don't know.
Okay,
There's some wear
on the
some of
outside
these.
ones, well,
Look at
I did
that.
all... I have it written down somewhere
On which ones?
on which ones were new last year.
Okay. Well, we'll just go through them.
I put quite a bit of money into this planner last year.
We did some serious work to this point. I'm not discounting any of that, but while we have the time, we generally go through and just give it, yeah, like this one's brand new. Look at that.
Brand new.
That's brand new right there. But just
Looks
get a
like
look
that
at the
bearing's a little tight, yeah.
get a look at the bearings, adjust anything that needs to be. Look at all our tubes, hoses, make sure there's not any cracks or splits anywhere. And just get ourselves all set up for planting
We
season.
will have to unhook the tractor because we're going to go use it for more field work before spring happens. But that's what's going on in this part of the shop.
Can you hear that?
Scotty is unhappy.
Just wait, be quiet. Can you hear that?
Scotty's unhappy. Should we go find him?
Scotty really wants to be let in here. Scotty! Yeah, there you are. He just likes to be where the action is. This is our oil change central here.
Oil changing station. Here we come.
We've got Grant's Kodiak 700, which hasn't seen much use recently because we've been driving the Ranger around a lot. But
This thing doesn't have a heater.
that's very true. So this thing's getting an oil change, and then also Scotty's favorite bed. Our
Scotty
Toro
loves the
lawnmower.
Toro.
This is Scotty's favorite piece of equipment. It's the only thing he's allowed on. He likes to sleep right here, but this is getting its oil changed as well. So a few videos ago, as some of you may remember, Grant and I were changing the oil in the semi-truck that we just bought on an auction. And it went horribly, so bad. I'll have the video link so you can watch that because it's entertaining looking back on it now. In the moment, it was incredibly frustrating. But I have a post office box, and some of you guys so generously reached out and offered us some solutions. And here's what we got. Check these suckers out.
I don't think I can bend those.
I don't think so either.
Look how macho grande that thing is. And this is what we need, like the combine filters, the tractor filters.
There's
These
this.
strap things. People
Little
kept
strap.
commenting about
That's
these
kinda
strap
cool.
things. And
I've never used one of these.
Still not quite sure how to use them. I'm assuming you put a ratchet in that. But
See? I'm looking forward to our next oil change. Hopefully the filters won't be on that tight in our next one. But I do really appreciate that. It makes me feel like you guys really care about what we're doing out here. So it means a lot, and I do really appreciate it.
what do you think, Scotty? Is it time for us to get back to work?
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, there'll be a lot more to come on the planter. So thanks for watching today's video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.